Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here for a brand new league racing season for WOR round 1 at Bahrain. You have 11 races and yeah, round 1 is here at Bahrain. We're in tier 3 this season due to our poor attendance last season in tier 2. So we'll obviously try and do our best. I did a decent bit of practice for this. Pace looked quite good as well. So you can see we're currently at the end of our banker lap. Bahrain's a decent track for me, so I was hoping for a good result. So across the line, the first banker was really bad, especially the last sector was a 700
No, I did not cook,
713
especially
I think,
last sector. I did
which
like a
is really
6-6
slow.
But nice one,
So that was
nice banker.
really
So your
not good.
PB
Thomas had a
banker.
PB banker though. That was really important for him. We then jumped to the end of our second run. You can see we're about 2 tenths up, a bit more than 2 tenths as we cross the line. And I think we go up to P2. You can see we still don't beat Thomas's PB, but anyway, the last lap is what counts, so I'm gonna go on board as you want to prepare this exit nicely, get the tires to about 98 degrees and then go full throttle as early as you dare. Have to manage traffic. You can see there's loads of traffic behind. As on to our lap we go then. We're gonna brake just before the 100-meter board down into third gear and we completely messed that corner up. We try and get a good exit. Actually we don't mess it up that much, but we are almost half a tenth down, which is really not what we need. As you now head into turn 4, use all of the track, brake at the 100-meter board, fourth gear. That was a decent corner, get a clean exit and you can see we're green in sector 1. A 353 is pretty good as we now send it through turns 5, 6 and 7. Didn't gain much there. Through turn 8 we didn't really get the best of rotation and get quite a bad exit. So we're down heading into turn 10, probably the trickiest corner. As you can see I tried to get a rear lock, I didn't get a rear lock. I still gained time, exit was horrible as well, but we're now 600ths up heading into turn 11 on this back straight. We just have to send it in here, 5th gear, miss the apex a bit, we don't get rotation. Although we get a decent exit to actually gain about 100th on exit. As we got a 105.848 split, which if I would PB from here, I can almost do a low 3. As Luke, our teammate, well not McLaren, but TES teammate, goes up to P1. We round the last corner, it's not good at all. And we're going to cross the line, setting at 127.424. Which is really not good. As you can see, I'm very annoyed. It was P3 in the end, but as Gabriel Quintino improved, but his Wi-Fi died, so he could not actually take part in the race. So basically, as a 1-2-3 quali for TES as we head into the race, and as you can see from P2 for us, we got 5 red lights for the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'm underway, but I do not have force feedback, just like last season.
I don't have force feedback.
As you can hear me say there.
Fuck's sake!
So I'm really annoyed that this happened again, because last season I dropped like 10 positions on lap 1 because of that, because I had to restart. So I let Thomas go, my teammate. Then I wanted to see if pausing
I have to
would
restart
help.
my wheel.
That did not help.
Fuck!
So I had to restart. You can see I was not happy. It's just I cannot do anything. What I was lucky though is as soon as I come back, I'm still P3. You can see I'm side by side, no force feedback just yet. Now we get force feedback.
Yeah, force feedback again.
And now the gap in front is really big. And then I get dive bombed in front, because you probably thought I was still in AI mode. So just look at the gap, it's 1.3 seconds in front. And I need to stay in the DRS range. So I had to drain my battery, which is obviously not what you want to do, but I simply had no other choice.
I'm just gonna use battery.
So on to the end of lap number 2 then. You can see we got back in the DRS range and we almost dropped, we did actually drop Ivan, but I simply do not have any battery. While
I've got more than a second.
The 2 cars in front of me have full battery. So yeah, you can see we're below 30%. So from here I was in DRS, so I could just save, which is what I did until the end of lap 14. You could see Deha tried to go for a move here, or lose a bit of battery, couldn't go for it. So we hold on to that. Because we're chilling in DRS, we've got the top 5 in a train as well. So this race is actually looking pretty decent.
Still boxing this lap from the lead.
Yeah, so obviously first car has first choice. So Thomas chose to pit this lap, which was very costly for me, as you'll find out in a second. Mainly also because I just didn't have enough battery. As down into turn 8, Deha decides to send it into turn 8, which was a bit unexpected, and you can see he pushes me
What's this guy
all
doing?
the way to the marbles. So I just wanted to let him go. I actually
Fuck
tap
me.
him as well. It's a bit stupid, but that just did not help us. That probably cost us coming out in traffic, as you see. Um, but yeah, I mean that was no ideal. We're now down to net P4, and people have already pit on the last lap, entering turn 10 now. So they're basically the ones undercutting us. So you can see Dale actually has to use battery to even stay in DRS, but I'm pretty sure he ended up not even getting DRS. As end of 15, Luke and Thomas peel off into the pit lane. And I thought maybe I can overtake Dale here, but he was using his battery because he had battery. So I stayed behind, and then pit lane, we do the pit entry nicely, and now we have to nail the
Are
turn.
you
And we're
gapping
going on
him?
to mediums. We do have fresher tires, so we go onto the mediums. So we get the optimal turn in. We get a very nice exit as well. And you can see out of the last corner is the pack. We almost
Oh
overtake
my god, you're
Dea,
clear.
but then this was not good. Fuck's sake! You can
Oh
see,
my
I
god.
can see I'm behind them. There's an Aston Martin coming. I'm on cold tires, and then a Ferrari gets round the outside, and then he just, I don't know what he was
Yeah,
doing
why
there.
is bro pushing me wide?
You can see I was not
Yeah,
happy
I'm
about
5
that, so I
positions
used my
further down.
battery. I went straight back up the inside, because I cannot spend more time wasting here, because I have to go with Deha and DRS myself to the top two, who have gotten a massive undercut. But you can see just that my battery and that dive bomb cost so much. No clue why I had a transition there, but you can see Ferrari goes deep, another transition, interesting. Ferrari goes deep, cost us even more time. This was so painful. This could have probably cost us a top
Yeah, I'm
3
done.
at least. As you can see, Ivan Santa Maria is still going, so he's behind me. So now I go past, and now he doesn't even defend it, which was just so awfully
And now he
frustrating.
lets
As
me
you can
go.
see, now I have to use even more battery, which I don't have, to just close up to the cars ahead. As Ivan will now peel off into the pit lane. He'll have one lap fresher set. You can see we have to use our battery, which is just,
I have to drain my battery for the RS, man. I can't be asked.
I can't be asked. As you can see, that lap completely screwed me, as Deya is 2 positions further up, and I just don't have any battery because I have to use it at 24/7 pretty much. As you can see, Ivan is gonna come out of the pit lane quite a bit behind. So you actually move on the next lap. You can see Aston Martin. We're gonna go round the outside of the Aston Martin in turn 10, as Deha tries to go up the inside of, I think that's Wilson Hall in the AlphaTauri. So down the inside of turn 10, we can make that move stick, uh, which is good. So I knew I just had to stay with Deha. If I can stay with Deha, we can DRS train each other to the top 2, and all is fine. But this is where the race really took a turn. We go for a move on Wilson. He was on 2-lap older tires, and you could see um, Ivan is a bit further back. But going into turn 1, Aston Martin completely outbrakes himself. We're basically locked in. So yeah, I was basically locked in there. There was literally nothing I could do. I cut out the audio because I was swearing a bit because I was very, very mad because that cost me DRS today again. So we surely already lost 5 seconds from this. So that was not good. I then got past a Red Bull who held me up in this second half of the lap basically because he was on old hards. And I then tried to get past Deha's teammate, and he wanted Deha to keep P3 instead of us two trying to get to the top 2. So fair play to him for that. He did a good job, to be fair. As you can see, I just was so annoyed. Tried to go around the outside at turn 8. Got, got a bit of space, but just not ideal. And then of course he just backs off, which is not a surprise. And then the issue is Ivan got straight past as well because for some reason he went on the curb and went deep. Um, so that was just really not ideal. And then from here it was just getting P4 because I mean I just got killed left, right, and center in this race. You can see Ivan goes very deep as he overtakes us. I had to recharge battery. I didn't have any. Um, so yeah, the game plan was to try and get P4 from here. As we then jump onto lap 26, and you can see Ivan goes off the racing line and brakes because he really wanted to let me go to recharge his battery because he didn't have any either. As I think he tried to use a bit to try and close up the Deha, which didn't really work out. But as you can see on the minimap and on track ahead, Deha is basically in DRS range, and we should have easily been with him. So that's just very, very sad. We had the pace for sure, but we've just been ping-ponged, as I've already mentioned multiple times. As I'm not sure why this clip is still going, but lap 26, we've got 3 laps to go. Okay, there we go. End of lap 28, I decided to let Ivan go because I wanted DRS on the last straight. So I did the same move he did. Then I used some DRS here to get close, try and get a good lap here to be nice and close starting the last lap. I'm basically trying to make the move into turn 1. You can see we're very close. He almost brake checks, which is quite interesting. As you can see, I use battery, use DRS, but then I turn off the battery because I thought I will need battery to go make the move down into turn 4. As Ivan then goes defensive, it was quite close there if I would have kept it side by side. I tried to like get a better exit or anything. We are close, we get a bit of a slide. We have the battery though, more battery than him. We've got the DRS. Can we make this move work? I keep the battery on. I try to go round the outside, although Ivan has a brilliant braking zone there and is able to defend from us as an into this corner. I'm just not close enough to go for any sort of move down into turn 8, and I missed that apex and I get a horrible exit. So yeah, it looks like that would be it. I don't have the battery to fight. We did sandbag a lot, that's why the gap in front increased so much. As Ivan continues to try and break the slipstream from us here, but there's no real. I mean, maybe if I would have been closer, but ultimately I wasn't because I just didn't have any resources, which kind of was just no foresee back at the start, and then I was always on like a 50% battery deficit. So should have been at least a P4 guaranteed here. But yeah, I mean, that's how racing is, can be brutal sometimes.
Yeah, congrats.
We won't get Ivan. Thomas crosses the line in P2. Luke also our teammate in P1. So we kind of bottled the 1, 2, 3. But Ivan crossed the line P4, and we're gonna finish in P5 for round 1 here at Bahrain. In WOR Tier 3 Season 16 this is. So yeah, that was the end of the race. Not the race you would have hoped for, but hopefully we'll get a bit more luck next time out in Jeddah. And then for now, that is it. So until next week for the next episode of WOR, from me, it's take care and goodbye.